Hi, welcome to Arkintel. The world's largest population wants the world's top spot. India has the people, the momentum, and the ambition. But the question is whether growth alone is enough, because numbers don't build nations. Roads do, power grids do, factories do, and the people who keep them running do. India is racing through a historic moment, an economy on fire, and a generation stepping into jobs that didn't exist a decade ago. But for all the progress, a tension runs underneath. Can a country still struggling with inequality, infrastructure, and bureaucracy really challenge the machine China built over 40 years? This isn't just about GDP or rankings on a chart. It's about whether India can turn population into power before that population becomes its greatest test. For decades, China was the world's economic miracle, turning rice fields into megacities and poverty into prosperity. Now, a new contender is stepping up. India officially surpassed China in population in April 2023, according to the United Nations, and now leads by several million people. Every minute, around 30 Indians join the working age group, the same kind of demographic surge that once fueled China's rise. Economically, the race is tightening. The IMF's latest World Economic Outlook projects that India is poised to become the world's fourth largest economy, edging just ahead of Japan. The report estimates India's nominal GDP at about $4.19 trillion, slightly above Japan's projected $4.18 trillion, a difference so narrow it could flip with the next revision. India's economy is projected to grow 6.6% in 2025, the fastest among major nations. China, still the world's second largest economy, is forecast to grow around 4%, slowed by mounting debt, a weak property sector, and trade uncertainty. The gap in size is vast, but the gap in speed is what could reshape the global order. Because transformation rarely begins with headlines. It begins with quiet compounding momentum that only becomes visible once it's too large to ignore. Every economic revolution begins with movement, and India's is finally underway. For decades, India's weak infrastructure was its biggest handicap. Moving goods often cost more than producing them, but that's changing fast. A 2024 government-backed report by the National Council for Applied Economic Research found that India's logistics costs were estimated at around 7.97% of GDP in 2023-2024, down sharply from the 13 to 14% range seen in previous years. The dedicated freight corridors, now 96.4% complete, move cargo nearly 3 times faster than older rail lines. Highway construction is accelerating as well. In 2024, India added over 5,600 kilometers of new highways, averaging more than 30 kilometers a day. For a country of India's scale, these aren't just roads and rails, they are arteries of growth. And according to the World Bank's 2023 Logistics Performance Index, India now ranks 38th globally at its best score ever. Piece by piece, the machine is being assembled, one freight line, one port, one city at a time. India's greatest strength is its youth, a billion-strong workforce with an average age of just 28 years compared to 38 in China. That's a decade of demographic advantage, but youth is only an advantage if it's productive. The Periodic Labor Force Survey, September 2025, shows women's participation at about 34%, a noticeable improvement, but still far below China's near 60%. Overall unemployment remains around 5%, yet underemployment and informal work continue to dominate outside major cities. At the same time, wealth concentration is accelerating. The World Inequality Lab reports that the top 1% of Indians earn about 22% of total income and control around 40% of wealth, among the highest ratios globally. That imbalance fuels investment but limits broad-based demand. If opportunity fails to keep pace with population, India's demographic dividend could quietly turn into a demographic drag. If you want to see how India's economy is changing, look at what's leaving its ports. In 2025, India exported more than $24 billion worth of smartphones, a 55% jump from the previous year, according to the India Cellular and Electronics Association and the Commerce Ministry. At the center of this shift is Apple, assembling about $22 billion worth of iPhones in India and exporting roughly $17 to $18 billion of them. That makes India the second largest iPhone producer after China, and for one quarter in 2025, the top smartphone exporter to the United States. These gains stem from production-linked incentive (PLI) programs worth 1.97 lakh crore rupees, government schemes to bring manufacturing home. By 2025, investments under the PLI program had risen to about 1.76 lakh crore rupees, up from 1.61 lakh crore rupees a year earlier, as more projects moved from approval to full implementation. Foreign capital is flowing. India drew about $81 billion in foreign direct investment in 2025, roughly 14% higher than the previous year, one of the strongest inflows globally. Factories that once symbolized China's industrial dominance are multiplying on Indian soil, and this time they are aiming to lead, not just assemble. So, what will determine whether India truly overtakes China or stalls halfway there? It comes down to three levers. First, finish what's already begun. India passed 4 major long-term reform codes in 2020, but nationwide implementation remains slow. Without predictable hiring laws, factories hesitate to expand. Second, deepen manufacturing. Assembly is a start, but value lies in components, chips, and materials. That means plug-and-play industrial parks, steady power, and single-window approvals. Third, unlock half the workforce, women. Safer transport, childcare, and apprenticeship programs can transform potential into productivity. Even a 1-point increase in female participation adds billions to national output. If India sustains a 6 to 7% growth, keeps logistic costs near 8% of GDP, and broadens prosperity, it won't just match China's speed. It could redefine global supply chains. But if inequality deepens and infrastructure lags, this surge could fade before the decade ends. So, can India overtake China? Not yet in size, but in momentum, ambition, and adaptability, it's already ahead. India has won the numbers game. More people, more energy, more potential. Now comes the harder race, turning momentum into capacity. If the pipelines connect from ports to factories to people, India could become the first nation since China to reshape the world's industrial map. If they don't, the world's largest population may see its greatest advantage just slip away. If you found this video thought-provoking, make sure to check out China's hidden banking crisis. In this video, we uncover the truth behind China's hidden banking crisis, a $9 trillion shadow system driving debt, contagion, and government intervention. We break down how property giants like Evergrande triggered the collapse, the hidden risks buried in local debt, and why a Chinese financial meltdown could shake the entire global economy. Click the video to watch now.